I quite literally visualized my way into an F-18 cockpit. Becoming a fighter pilot was a goal that I set for myself at a young age, and I focused on that, and I replayed that picture of me flying that airplane over and over again before it became a reality. Recently, we talked about how to manifest or how to achieve goals, and this can be a New Year's resolution, it can be your 5 to 10 year plan. And today, I'll talk about the very important and critical component of achieving goals, which is visualizing yourself in that position, in that new reality, in advance of it actually happening. So there's two types of visualization that I've needed to use over the years of my flying training and achieving other things in my private life. And these have been tactical visualization, which is short-term rehearsal of specific motor skills or specific situations. Things like rehearsing yourself in a running race, rehearsing a sales presentation. In my case, rehearsing the specific controls that I need to activate, the switch selections inside airline or fighter aircraft cockpits. Tactical visualization is critical in helping embed new motor skill sequences or new skill sets before we actually go and perform them on the playing field of life. The second type of visualization, and one that's important for you when you're trying to achieve goals, is what I call strategic visualization. And this is replaying a picture of yourself having achieved this new reality over and over and over again before you actually achieve it. And this essentially brainwashes you into believing that you have already got this thing, and that helps us to act in a way which will bring the thing about. So how do we do this? When I was a 12, 13-year-old kid and I decided to become a fighter pilot, there was two different types of pictures that I would play over in my head. The first one was me standing in my backyard in my very small town in southern Australia and watching myself up in the sky flying over the town in an F-18. I played that picture over and over again, but I would also play the picture from the perspective of me in the cockpit of the F-18 looking down on myself. So there was these two different ways, this first person and this third person picture playing that I would replay over and over and over in my head. And around 10 years after I started playing those pictures, I flew over the town in an F-18, exactly the same flight path, altitude, everything was precisely as I had visualized it all those years before, thousands of times. So we're reflecting back on this now. This was the first time that I used this power of manifestation, this power of visualizing something to bring it about, to acting now as if we already have the thing. The second time that I used this actively in my life was when I was coming up for my command course as an airline pilot, and I didn't deliberately know what I was doing, but again I kind of played this picture over in my head. I pictured myself sitting in the flight deck of an A350, taking an A350 full of passengers and crew from Hong Kong off to Europe, which for me was why I joined an airline. That was the goal, to be the captain of an international airliner flying to Europe. I also pictured myself from in the corner of the flight deck looking down on myself in the third person. And again, like I did when I was a teenager, I used this first person and this third person perspective to watch myself performing in this new role. The way I actually did this was I would do this as I was drifting off to sleep at night, and I'd do this 3 or 4 times a week. And at the time, this was almost 10 years ago, it wasn't a deliberate way that I was trying to go through to manifest this particular goal. This was just something that I found enjoyable, and it was like just me meditating on and contemplating this new reality that I wanted. So relax yourself, be it first thing in the morning, sit on the sofa, do some breathing exercises, do some meditation for 5 or 10 minutes, and then just start playing this picture over. Picture yourself in the first person performing in the new role and in the third person. A really cool way that I had this explained to me, I think through a YouTube video I was watching, was to think of yourself walking into a movie theater and sitting down in the second or third row in front of a very big screen. On that screen, play the video of yourself play the movie of your new future reality you desire. And at the start, the details won't be there and the colors maybe won't be that bright. But as you play this over and over again, you'll start to be able to build more detail and richer colors. And then eventually you'll be able to feel the feelings associated with this new reality as well. So just play this over on this big screen. Then get out of your seat in the movie theater and walk into the screen and now play the same scene back, but looking through your own eyes. So look through your own eyes and go through that same scene again, whatever that scene is. Like me, it was preparing to take an airliner off to Europe from Hong Kong, or flying an F-18 over my hometown. Whatever the scene is for you, picture yourself in ever-increasing detail and color and vibrancy performing in this new role, in this new reality. So to sum up, there's tactical visualization, which is rehearsing short-term events, preparing your mind and your body to carry out a complex task. And there's strategic visualization, where we rehearse watching this picture, where we watch this movie play, both in the third person and in the first person, of us in this new reality. Both of those things have been exceptionally important for me as I've gone through and achieved the things in my life that I've set my mind on. And I think these will also be of use to you. As we talked about, to achieve any goal, make sure it's very clear and very concise. It's a precise destination you are moving towards in the future. Then see it over and over again. Play the movie. Watch the movie of yourself performing in that role. That's what we've discussed today. Next, we'll move on acting it, how to act now like we've already achieved it, and then finally feeling it. The last piece of the puzzle, feeling the feelings associated with that. So clear and concise goal, see it, act it, feel it. I hope that helps you achieve your goals, be them New Year's resolutions or your 5 to 10 year plan.